All right, everybody, welcome to Marketing Matters. This is a webinar with landmark title that we do every week. Every Wednesday at 10 a.m., we bring you the industry experts to help your marketing business grow. Today, I have the pleasure of being joined by Keith Flynn, who is the Director of Digital Marketing with West USA Realty, one of the largest brokerages here in town. The things that he does over there are amazing. He also, because he's so amazing and cannot be contained in one entity, in one also has his own media group called the Flynn Media Group. So he's going to bring us the goodies today on none other than Google My Business. Keith, I get a lot of questions about Google My Business for real estate agents. So thank you for coming on today and sharing this area of expertise with us.
Hey, my pleasure. And that was probably one of the best and coolest intros I've ever had. So I need you as my hype girl. That was awesome.
Why do you think I like working with me so much?
Yeah, right. I know. I was like, anytime, like, no problem. I'm on. I'll definitely do it. So, well, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I'm using the camera on my phone or on my iMac, but the webcam, which is a better grade one, went down. So, but what is a day without some technical difficulties? So, thank you again. I know my time is limited, so I just definitely wanted to, as you guys can see, we're going to be jumping into Google My Business. Whether you've created a business listing, and for the context of today, when I say listing, I'm not talking about homes for once. We're talking about Google My Business listing, as in your business being on Google and being in business and showing up on a search result. And so over the number of years, Facebook has, or sorry, I'm in Facebook mode. Google has rolled out a lot of new features. And for anyone who may have created a listing and then just kind of forgot about it, or you haven't done so and you want to create one, highly recommend it, because they have been adding and streamlining a lot of the Google My Listing services. And it's a great way for real estate agents to get in there and start showing up in search results. Great place, I'm sure, as you guys would probably know, where people can go and do reviews. And so, most real estate agents don't know that Google has released a lot of these updates. And so that's why we're really excited about having this for you today and getting rolling into the services. Advantages for you guys having a listing, as in a Google My Business listing, is obviously improving your search result, your branding, getting aware, being aware for your customer when they do a search result for you or they're looking for you. First thing that I do is if I meet somebody or I want to learn something about a service, business, or product, I'm going to search for it on Google and see, all right, what's out there? Who's saying what about them? Who's talking about them? Who's done reviews? And so for you guys, it's an awesome opportunity to improve your presence and start showing social proof in what you are doing as a real estate agent. And so, and really any business for that matter, small business owner, you got to be on there and showing up in search results. Mapping is important. Old school used to be that if you were had a listing, a Google My Business listing, and then you chose your branch location, even though you're technically not working out of the branch or like a traditional brick and mortar, they've added the ability for services now, much like Terminex or a plumber, landscapers, where they don't have a brick and mortar location you'd walk into and see them sitting there and talk to them. You can now select service areas. And so I know for us at West USA, we've been pitching that to our agents because we had almost 3,000 agents that are claiming all of our branch locations, and I'm not sleeping at night because I'm having to fight people to take back possession of our branch. And so, and as Sarah can attest, because she did sit next to me, as she mentioned earlier, it is a bit frustrating at times. So
yes, I remember when West USA moved to their new corporate North Phoenix location. Before you even had a chance to claim that location, agents were all over it.
Right? Remember that? Like, I was like, oh, come on. Like, so
yeah, those were fun marketing meetings.
Yeah, those are fun. So, and while we understand, at the time that was the thing to do, and admittedly, that's how we were coaching our agents. Now you guys don't have to worry about that. You can choose a service area through zip codes, just like when you were cranking in zip codes into your realtor.com listings. You can do that now. So, most importantly, claiming your business. Once we get you created, claiming your business, and then simply then using some of the SEO benefits of putting in certain keywords so that the service areas that you work, the places that you manage are going to start showing up. And so then reviews, as we mentioned, will definitely help you stand out considerably, show that social proof, give people a place to go, learn more about you. And of course, you better be asking for those reviews after you've concluded your contract with your clients, because you want them to share their experience. And a lot of people's decisions to use somebody is based on peer-to-peer recommendations. And then, of course, too, then the last benefit to you guys is there's a ton of analytics in there. So you'll start to see what people are searching for when you're showing up. And so you can use those keywords to help benefit your business should you ever. And I do recommend this if you're not already running small ad campaign, keyword campaigns, and bidding on your name. Start bidding on your name so that you're spending a few dollars per click when people do search for you. If you throw a few dollars at it, it's a pay-to-play business model. When people are searching for you, you're guaranteeing or at least increasing your chances of showing up in a search result when people are doing their homework on you. And especially if you've got a pretty solid listing with reviews, you want to promote that as much as possible and start showing up in there. And so we'll jump on to the next slide there. Sarah, please. Getting started is pretty simple. You're really just going to go to Google, business.google.com/create. If you haven't already, you don't already have a listing, then this is where you want to go to create a Google My Business listing. You're going to search for your name. Obviously, if you're not in there, Keith Flynn - West USA Realty. It's going to show you that, okay, it doesn't exist. So let's go ahead and create one, which would be the next slide there. Claiming and creating. So really simple. You'll have a lot of options when you're creating and grabbing your listing. Simply doing a search result will show you that it doesn't exist. And then from there, you'll go ahead and click on manage or create. So the next one, creating the next slide, creating your account is pretty simple. You're going to type in your category, which is West USA, which is real estate. And as you do, you'll see there are many different business company categories. You're going to choose the third one down there, which is obviously self-explanatory, real estate agent. Now, if you do have any of those other categories that are relevant to you, then you can add those in after we've created the account. But the primary goal of creating your category and choosing is to let Google know what classification to put you in, and then that works to give you good priority with creating and listing in their algorithm and showing up in the main business search result. So go ahead, next slide. Yes, thank you. I had an afterthought, but it wasn't relevant to this part. So as you can see there, creating an account, you've got your first and last name. If you haven't thought about this before, and this could be different from brokerage to brokerage, but from NAR, AAR, best shared practices when choosing a business name is identifying yourself first. So your first and last name, and then dash and whichever brokerage you're with. In this case, West USA Realty. Then this is Facebook, this is Google My Business, this is any of your social media entities. So that way you identify yourself first as a real estate agent and then your brokerage. You want to stay away from just choosing the name of your brokerage because it could confuse the consumer. And you certainly wouldn't want someone to come onto your listing and give a negative review when really it wasn't about you, it was about someone else. And so then that's a whole other mess because Google is not too forgiving for bad reviews. So unlike Yelp, you can't pay them off. So, and then so the next question there when you're creating is, choosing a location. So what's great about this now is an agent, you no longer have to select, yes, people will be visiting me. They're not going to walk in off the street and ask to speak to you at the branch office. So choosing no is the appropriate answer in this situation. And on the next slide, I'll show you where you can add in the service areas. So where do your customers serve? Where do you serve your customers? So you can either start cranking in the city names, or as I mentioned earlier, you can start using the zip codes or area codes. I apologize. No, zip codes.
You got it.
Which way to Oz, right?
How much coffee have you drunk this morning, Keith?
I'm actually in a really good mood. I'm excited.
Because we're together.
I do. We are together. Yes, that is. You are the energy I need, but I do put a little Mio in there, so that gets me going.
Like the whole thing.
you got to 10x your energy because it comes across on video, and thankfully the camera's working, so I'm able to do that. Oh boy, tons of fun. All right, so creating your listing, you're off and running, and then choosing your locations. I don't believe there's a max, so crank in as many as you like. Obviously, you're servicing the whole area. That'll be benefit to you. Then you do want to add your mailing address. Feel free to use your home address. This will not show up on the listing, so no one will be knocking at your door wanting to see a home at 2 in the morning. I don't know too many people who would say no, but still freaky. And then choosing your area, because when you put in your home mailing address, they will send you a verification postcard. And this is where when your code shows up, you'll be verified, and then your listing will then be live. All right, next slide there. So once you're all set up and rocking and rolling, here is your primary Google My Business dashboard. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do now. That the parallel is it really acts similar to like a social media presence. Google has given you guys, as real estate agents, and any small business owner for that matter, the opportunity to create Google posts. Now, you'll see that on the left side, there's a post feature, which is just to the left under the home button. And the Google post is a really neat thing because you can periodically go in and create posts, much like a social media post. Now, I'm not saying go in there every day because everyone's like, oh, gosh, now I have another social media thing that I need to attend to. But when you create posts in your account, an awesome category or topic to do is your open house. You can take a snippet from a large blog post, or you can use some content about your open house. Anything that you're doing somewhere else, you can create a post on Google, and then people can learn more by clicking on the Learn More button, and then engaging with your listing for your business, which is a really neat tool to do. Jump on the next slide there for me, sir, please. Yeah, so when you click on, you have a couple options there. You've got to add an update. You've got to add an event. So if you have an open house or you want to share some information, and then obviously you can take advantage of add an offer as well. From your listing, people are going to be able to ask questions. And so, putting periodically putting content out there is going to be advantageous for you. Much like when we visit a brewery or a restaurant, we see consumer-generated content. We see photos that are uploaded of people's plates, the burger, beer, happy hour, whatever the case may be. You, as an agent, don't have the benefit of that. So Google is encouraging you to generate your own content. And so if you're behind the scenes, shaking hands, kissing babies at signing, just closed, got the key and we're standing in the front yard, first time home buyer, those cool moments showing you in action doing what you do is what you would post here periodically. I'd say come on once, twice a month and add some photos, add some content, show a level of engagement with your listing, because the algorithm is watching on Google's end, and a business owner who is taking active participation in their listing will be rewarded in search results. So it doesn't need to be consistent like you would Instagram and Facebook, but some level of activity is going to help differentiate you from another agent that may service your area. So this is definitely going to be a benefit for you. Go ahead to the next one there for me. Yeah, so discovering your customers. So here's the insights that I was telling you guys about, which is really fantastic. As your listing is live and more people are starting to see it, and they're doing searches and you're showing up in search results, you can start to jump into the query there and see what words are they using to find you. And then you can start, if you want to, running ads on Google. You can start bidding on those keywords, which would help you expedite your discoverability on the platform.
Very nice. Keith, going back to the photos.
Yeah.
We had a question. Would we place the photos under updates?
So when you add an event, it has a life expectancy, so it will fall off. So yeah, you would go under updates. You would go under updates, and then the photo would live. Let's see, Sarah, can you go back to the dashboard? I apologize. It's
This
two,
way or one more?
one more. Yep, keep going, one more. On the
Okay.
left-hand side there, you'll see under photos, and when you guys click on your photos, you can upload your logo, you can upload a cover photo, you can upload multiple photos, just like if you were, interior, exterior, your team. So yeah, so photos that you upload under updates will then also live into your photo album. So they will be archived there, which is really nice, and it'll always show that it was generated by the business. And so that's a great place to do that. Take advantage of Google because of its reach. When you're doing photos, think about the photos you're going to take. Stage these photos. A little trick that I learned a long time ago, which is fantastic. Get into a new build. Go to a Taylor Morrison or one of the new developers. Tour the model home. Model homes are staged. They're beautiful. There's lots of great shots in there. Bring a tripod. Bring your camera, and then set yourself up. Go at a quiet time when there's going to be less traffic, and take a shot in the kitchen, take a shot in the living room, backyard. The consumer doesn't need to know that's not technically your listing, but you're using a beautiful home to take some really cool marketing shots, and then use that on all your social media, whether it's a cover photo for your Facebook page, Instagram. We may not have a listing right now, or it's slow, but we can still give the perception that we're doing what we do as real estate agents. We're searching new neighborhoods. We're learning about new builds. We're finding about infill, and give the perception that you're still, an agent that is in the know. And so you can use that as an opportunity to really boost your photography. So
Yeah, well, and take your title rep with you.
Yeah.
I exactly what you're mentioning, I've done with my agents before. We've gone when there was a new build that opened up in the West Valley. My agent called me up. He said, "Hey, I want to go take some photos. I want to go do some video." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go do that." So we're an excellent resource to come and help you with that, because
Absolutely.
we do these things for our business, and because we do them for our business, we do them for your business too. So we'll be able to help you get the proper staging, come up with content if you want to shoot videos while you're in these, and really help you to hone in that image, that marketing image that you're trying to drive. We know you guys are jack of many trades. You wear a lot of hats, but when it comes to marketing your business, always trust in and enlist your industry partners, because this is what we do. This is what we love doing. We love eating and taking you out to lunch, but we also love the actual legwork and getting out there with you. So, it can, a lot of times it can be great to have somebody that has an eye for it in this industry to be there helping you create this image.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're often solo entrepreneurs, solopreneurs. And so the great thing for you guys is, grab your title rep and, have them come out there with you and batch your content. If you're going to shoot one video, shoot 3, bring a change of tops if you want to, so that it doesn't look dated. Have fun with it, especially if you're going to go into a new build or a model home or an open house and you're going to shoot some photography, work out a shot list and come up with 3 questions. What is the process for a first-time home buyer? What role does title play in the whole process? And then you can do that also with your loan officer and your contractor, home warranty. You guys have a plethora of resources around you when it comes to vendors who are supporting you in your real estate business. And so when you're creating content, leverage those relationships, because it's advantageous for them to be part of your process as well. And so, like everything, if anyone ever tells you they were successful and they did it by themselves, they're full of it. We all rely on somebody else to help us out. And so be that connector and reach out. Sarah is a wealth of information. The last slide of there is reviews, and the reviews are a big component. As I mentioned to you guys at the beginning, and I know I need to do better at this too, is asking for reviews. If you found value in working with somebody and they love the experience, send them the link. Once your listing is live, find your listing on Google, and then if you were going to go do a review, click on it like you're going to review yourself. Grab that link at the top, send that sucker an email out to all your past clients and say, you know what, it's been 1 year since we worked together. Wanted to follow up with you, see how things are going. Here's a happy anniversary card to your first purchase. By the way, here's a link too, if you don't mind. I'd love to hear your thoughts on working with me. I know I didn't ask at the time, but if you still remember the whole process, I'd love to get your feedback, because I'm looking to really grow my business in 2021, and hearing from you as a past customer will really help me do that.
Yeah, it's never too late. It's never too late to create content. And once again, it gives you the excuse to reach out to them. And
Exactly.
we all know we love excuses to reach out to our clients.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that social proof is what's really going to help. That social proof is really good. It's going to help you. Traditional advertising, we're number one, we're the best, we have the lowest rates. Your first-time home buyer, who are your millennials, they don't make buying decisions based on traditional advertising now. They are very much influenced by others who have interacted with a business or service, and then what they see on social media. So, go leverage your past clients and the past people you've worked with, and get those reviews wherever you decide to put them. If someone puts it on Facebook, take a screenshot of it, pop that sucker on Google as a update. Or vice versa. Go into the actual review on Google, take a screenshot of it, and then drop it onto your Facebook. Just want to throw a shout out to my XYZ Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Thank you for the review. What a great way to start my day. And it's a very subtle brag, but at the same time, you're really just kind of, promoting yourself and really putting it out there.
Right. And if you want to take those reviews and you want to create some marketing material with them, we at Landmark Title have the resources to be able to help you to even go beyond just the screenshot of it and create some very clean, very attractive and eye-catching, thumb-stopping marketing material using things like your reviews.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just to keep everything on the up and up in the bottom of your marketing, should you recreate the post, just drop a little thing, this review and others on my Google listing. So that you can take them back to read more about you.
Absolutely. Yes. Always tie all of your social media in together. You want people to be able to find you everywhere, because that's the world we're living in. That's what people are wanting.
Absolutely. FAQs, another good play. If you've got any FAQs, drop those into your details under your listing. Top 3 frequently asked questions, put those in there and what your responses are. You're taking advantage of your listing to showcase your expertise. And of course, then always when you finish, make sure you list in a call to action. If you'd like to learn more about this or any other element of the process, you can always reach out to me here, click on the ask question button, or message me to learn more.
Ooh. Calls to action.
Yes. Always tell them what you want to do. Tell them what you want them to do.
Yes. We need that. We need to be able to, to tell people what is your next step, because you're the expert in your industry. They want you to tell them. They don't know. That's why they're reaching out to you. So establishing that call to action, super important. If you guys do have any other questions, I'm going to go over what we have coming up in the next couple weeks, month or so.
Okay, I'm cool like Sarah now.
We're so cool now. Go. You have trees.
All right. All right.
So if, like I said, if you do have any questions, Keith, if you would be willing to put your contact information in the chat window too, in case anybody wants to reach out to you after class. All of our business development managers also have his contact. So if there are any further questions, and as you guys know, we love classes at Landmark Title. We love bringing you amazing content just like we did today. So tomorrow, we've got Scott Kibbers, who is the Armless Chair, doing our monthly market insights. And this one, if you've joined us in the past, we go over a lot of the local stats. Well, tomorrow's is gonna be a little bit different. Stats come out a Friday morning, so you're gonna have to get in touch with us again if you want those stats. but we're going to delve deep into what's going on in our market. I know you've heard some rumors about Zillow. I know you've heard some rumors about Open Door. And guess what? We're going to cover them tomorrow. So you will not want to miss it. It's at 9:30. If you need the registration link, please reach out to us for that. These are always really good. And tomorrow's is, like I said, it's going to be big. And then Keith mentioned he has a Facebook tomorrow. So if you want to attend his, or if you want to hop on after that, we've got Kylie. Kylie's come on a couple of times and done LinkedIn. She's done Instagram with us. So tomorrow you could literally immerse yourself for a few hours in Facebook, which is always good.
Always. Yeah. Oh, and always changing.
Always changing. So it is important to, constantly keep up to date. So yeah, so 2 great opportunities tomorrow for some Facebook training. And then if you have never done a DISC assessment, or if you have done one, I highly recommend attending next week. I think this is Tuesday, October 6th, next week at 10 a.m. We're going to go over DISC assessments. And I've done these a few times through my career. And guess what? They change. So as your life changes, as your career changes, it is really important to figure out how, what are your different, DISC qualities. I'm a high D, that's not surprising, but even those things change throughout my life and my different roles. So if you'd like to get in on that, let us know. That is next week. Then also next week, we're bringing in the famous Tina Tambor. She is going to give a Q4 market update. I know y'all know that Tina, what she does with the Cromford Report is wow. It's always wow. And I've had the pleasure of actually having her speak at one of our events in the past. And so she's big, like I said, famous Tina Tambor. So if you would like to get on this webinar next week, let us know. We will hook you up and you will get all the updates. And then Patty and I started a mastermind group. We have our second one coming up in like 2 weeks on the 13th. This time we're going to bring in a rep from Title Pro 24/7. So this is our farming software that we use at Landmark Title. And guess what? It's available to agents too. So if you want to pull farms, you want to just get information, you want to actually pull stats on homes and whatnot, this is a great software and it is available for agents. So we're going to be doing a little training on this. We do this mastermind every month. This will be the second month that we're doing it. So, and it's a marketing mastermind because, I love marketing and you love marketing too. So if you want in on that, let us know. And then we're finishing up, well, I say finishing up the month. It's the 20th. So, we've got a lot left to go with a HUD class. So HUD is a very particular subject. Not all agents are interested, but if you are an agent who is interested in learning more about this, let us know. We'd love for you to attend this class, and this will be on the 20th. So any questions that y'all have for Keith, for me, for any of your reps on Google? Covering Google today was huge, Keith. I get questions all the time about Google. And I know I could sit down and say, okay, you got to do this and this and this. But having this put together in such a neatly little package presentation, this was fantastic and just so valuable for us today.
Oh no, I'm glad I could help. I really appreciate it. At the end of the day, it's not just all about reviews. Google My Business is about, local business. And for agents, you really only care about being local. And so leveraging those features will really help you out a lot. And like everything, if you have any questions, you can also Google it. Let me Google that for you. It's ever changing and there's a lot of people that are experts in the industry and, we hear about something from one place and it changes to the next. And that's just kind of the nature of the business. But I learned a lot through YouTube videos. You'd be amazed at the experts that are out there. And just being abreast of what's happening and being engaged with your content and your business will obviously result in being successful.
Absolutely. All right. Well, like I said, this is a recorded presentation too. So if you would like a copy of the recording, please reach out to your business development managers that invited you today. And once again, thank you to Keith Flynn from West USA and Flynn Media Group. Also, big thank you to our business development managers here at Landmark Title, Beth, Becky, Melinda, Mary, Patty, Michael. And I got to get an updated slide. We have a new one, Zach. So I know he's on today. So thank you all very much. Hopefully we'll get Zach on here next week and get a little bit of his market matters background and how he helps his agents market their business. So once again, we'll be doing this at 10 a.m. next week. Before I get off, hey, go Padres. Playoffs start.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm from San Diego, so I'm always representing. So thank you to everybody who's on today. If you need anything in the escrow and title industry, please think of us at Landmark Title. We have 6 offices across the valley to service you, and we would love to help you, obviously, with your marketing because marketing matters. Y'all have a great day.